Are you still waiting on your kids to graduate so you can move? We need to talk next. Hi there, Treasure Valley Kelly, and I want to talk to you about something near and dear to my heart, something I've had personal experience with, and now that it's summertime and we're just wrapping up with graduation season, it's the perfect time to consider your plan for waiting for your kids to graduate so you can move. Everyone we work with on their relocation journey can't wait to get into their new home. But some folks we talk to do decide to wait to move. Why would they do that? Well, one of those reasons could be something like retirement, which you can learn more about up here in the corner. And another one could be something like graduation, waiting for your kids to all graduate and finish high school before you're ready to move. So in the midst of this graduation season, I thought it would be the perfect time to talk about all your options for your big life changes. And if you've been holding off this whole time to wait until your kids graduate, and maybe they just have, and maybe you're just ready to move, this is your sign, this is your reminder to start your relocation journey and achieve all your home buying dreams and finding your forever home. Of course, there are plenty of reasons why people choose not to move immediately, and if you want help for your particular scenario, please don't hesitate. Feel free to reach out to Treasure Valley Dave Real Estate, and we would be happy to help with whatever your scenario is and answer all your specific questions. But today we're going to be talking about graduation and whether it's right for you to stay where you are or just get out and move right now. Now, I did mention that this is a topic near and dear to my heart, and that's because I've been through this journey, not as a parent or even as an adult, but as a moody 14, 15-year-old moving from California to the Treasure Valley in high school. And I am going to share all my experiences and my honest opinion of what that was like and my impressions as a teenager at the end of this video, so don't forget to stick around. When it comes to making this big, huge life decision of waiting to move until after your kids graduate or doing it while they're still in school, there's three main choices that you should consider. Choice number one, waiting for your kids to graduate so you can move. Now, this one seems pretty obvious given the video topic, but there are some pros and cons to consider with this choice. The pros being the obvious: you're not uprooting your family and putting them through this tumultuous situation and letting them graduate in peace. This also gives you some time and some wiggle room to improve your finances, improve your credit, research the area you want to live in more in depth, maybe find the perfect spot for your forever home. But this time can also be a con because we can't predict the future. We don't know exactly what the market could look like in 1 to 5 years. Things could definitely be different. We're seeing that right now. Prices are increasing exponentially. And with that, while you might be selling your house for more money, you'll also be buying a house up here for more money as well. Choice number two, not waiting for graduation, but just enrolling your kids up here in school. So this choice does come with some pros and cons as well. A pro could be that you have a more expedited timeline. You can start moving quickly and you can make your relocation dreams come true that much faster. Another maybe pro that you didn't think of is that this will give you Idaho residency. So if your kid is really close to graduation and maybe they want to attend Idaho college or university, then if they've already lived here for 12 months, they'll get that in-state tuition, and that will give you and them a huge break on tuition costs, which you'll definitely be thankful for in the long run as well. Now, the cons are that you do have to, kind of upheave the family and find the right school that fits them. And not all schools have the same type of scheduling. Some are semesters, some are trimesters, even just like A-B days versus like the same schedule throughout the week. You'll just find a lot of little differences that could work for your family or might not be suitable. So your third choice is a little wild, but it might just be the right scenario for you. It's buying an investment property up here, wherever you would like to live, and keeping your other house, not selling it until after graduation. So this kind of gives you the best of both worlds. You're going to be locking in today's prices by buying a house now, but you'll also get all the benefits of not moving until after your kids graduated and not putting them through all that extra stress. The one big con to consider here is the cost it would take if you can't afford to buy a second house while still owning the other one. This might not be the right option for you, but this can be a really great option if you do have that extra money lying around, because this can also be a great source of a little bit of supplemented income if you want to rent it out, or maybe you just want to have a second vacation house in Idaho. So there's a couple choices for you when it comes to making this big decision. And of course, there are some other things to consider as well, like what's your reason for moving? Is this something where your timeline can be 4 or 5 years? Or is this something where you would like to move quickly and come up here and live in Idaho right now? Another huge thing to consider is the location and the culture. I know a lot of people decide to relocate after seeing the place that they once called home, kind of turning it into a place that they're no longer comfortable raising a family in. That might put you on a quicker timeline than someone who is comfortable living where they are. And of course, financial and job opportunities is a huge factor as well. If you have the money to buy the 2-house option, then maybe that's what would work for you. If you're looking for a better paying job, there are lots of places hiring right now, so maybe that would be a good impetus for you to get up here now as opposed to waiting. And of course, you need to consider what's best for your family as well. Not everyone would deal with this scenario the same way, so it's important to factor in your family's specific needs, as well as we mentioned earlier, the education and school system and the differences between the ones here and the ones wherever you're coming from, and how that might impact your child's education and just school experience. We couldn't forget the housing market when making this decision either. We can't tell what the future is going to hold, but if you're worried about prices going up more, it could be wise to come and lock in today's rates. So now that you know what some of your choices are and you have all these big considerations to make, next, what you need to do, whether you know your timeline or you still just need some help figuring out all the details, is to get in touch with a realtor. So here at Treasure Valley Day Real Estate, we have helped people who are planning to move 5 years in the future. We've helped people who are planning to move in a month. We can really just help you figure out your timeline. And no matter who you talk to, any realtor is going to be a great resource for you to just get more information on the local market, what it's like to go through that process. You can come check out the schools for yourself. You can ask other experts in the area their advice on things. Just ask the locals questions. The more information, the better. And if you're ready to relocate now, there's no time to waste. With this hot market, it's better to just jump on it and get in there. Start getting all your questions answered, and don't hesitate, don't waste a minute. Just come up here and start figuring it all out. As promised, I'm going to share a little bit of my own personal experience with you. So in 2013, we decided to make that move. My parents, this wasn't a rash decision at all. They had been thinking about moving and trying to decide the right place for what seems like all my life. And we had traveled around and we'd looked at different states, and we finally did decide on Idaho and the Treasure Valley. Of course, it was a different market at that time in 2013. We found things were so much cheaper and the people just seemed friendlier. It seemed like a safer place to have a family. So I immediately noticed the difference between the high schools. The facilities themselves seemed different. The faculty, the staff seemed more caring about all their students. The other students, while of course there are still some punks and, you know, the troublemakers, there's a lot of friendly people. I think the whole culture up here is just a lot more friendly. I was a super shy, introverted kid, and even for me, it was easy to make friends. The schedule was different. That was something to get used to. At the school here in the Treasure Valley, it was an A-B schedule. So on A days, it would be a certain set of classes. On B days, it was a certain set of classes, as opposed to having the same class every day for shorter periods of time. I will say, when I moved here, I felt like there was nothing for kids my age to do. So I don't know if everyone had that experience, but that's something I definitely felt. Maybe I just wasn't a super extroverted kid. Maybe that had something to do with it. There's plenty of things to do outdoors. There's so many extracurricular activities if you if your kids get involved in school. And of course, if you have a driver's license, it's so much easier to find fun things to do as well. Personally, my last piece of advice I'm going to leave you with is that there's never going to be the perfect, most convenient time to move. It's always going to be a little bit stressful, and it's always going to be a huge life change moving from one place to a whole new place. So just decide what's going to work best for you and your family. As long as you have a plan and you know what to expect, it'll go really well. Having a team of people here with you, having a great real estate agent can help. So if you liked today's video, if you have any questions, comment down below, but otherwise subscribe, share, like, and as always, this is Treasure Valley Kelly, looking forward to helping you get home.